If you think Caitlin Clark is the highest paid player on the Indiana Fever, the 2026 numbers might surprise you. The player earning the biggest salary in Indiana this season is actually Kelsey Mitchell. And the gap between the two stars tells a fascinating story about how quickly the WNBA is changing. Kelsey Mitchell is making $1.4 million in 2026 after signing a one-year Supermax contract with the Fever. That deal makes her the highest-paid player in franchise history and one of the highest-paid players in the entire WNBA. Now compare that with Caitlin Clark. Despite being one of the biggest names in women's basketball, Clark's 2026 WNBA salary is $528,846 under the league's new rookie salary structure. That's a massive increase from her previous salary, but it's still far below Mitchell's $1.4 million. So Mitchell is earning roughly $871,000 more than Clark in base WNBA salary this season. And that's where the story gets interesting, because this isn't really about who is more famous. It's about timing. Mitchell entered the 2026 season as an established veteran who had already earned All-Star and All-WNBA honors. In 2025, she had arguably the best season of her career, averaging 20.2 points per game and setting a Fever franchise record with 890 points. She also became an All-WNBA first-team selection and finished as a finalist for MVP. That performance put Mitchell in an extremely strong negotiating position. Then the new WNBA collective bargaining agreement changed the financial landscape. The league's 2026 salary cap jumped to approximately $7 million, while the Supermax salary was set at about $1.4 million. Mitchell became eligible for that maximum veteran contract, and Indiana decided she was too important to let walk away. The result? A $1.4 million deal. For Mitchell, it represents an enormous financial leap. According to reports, her previous 8 seasons combined produced roughly $1.1 million in WNBA salary. Now, she can make approximately $1.4 million in just one season. But then there's Caitlin Clark. Clark's situation is completely different. She entered the WNBA through the rookie salary system, and despite becoming one of the most recognizable athletes in the world, her league salary has been restricted by the structure of her contract. That's the strange reality of professional sports. Your popularity doesn't always determine your paycheck. Your contract does. Clark's 2026 salary of roughly $528,846 is still a huge jump under the new CBA. But it represents only about 7.6% of the league's $7 million salary cap. Mitchell's $1.4 million, meanwhile, represents 20% of that cap. And that difference matters to the Fever. Indiana isn't simply paying Mitchell for what she has done in the past. They're paying for what she brings to the team right now. After Clark missed significant time in 2025, Mitchell became even more important to Indiana's offense. She carried a huge scoring responsibility and helped lead the Fever to their first semifinal appearance in a decade. Now, in 2026, the Fever have something they didn't have before: a healthy Clark, an established Mitchell, and a team built around both. That's what makes the salary comparison so fascinating. Mitchell may be making nearly 3 times Clark's WNBA salary, but Clark's earning potential is just beginning to explode. Her current rookie deal runs through 2027, and under the new CBA, Clark could become eligible for a maximum contract as early as 2027. That means her salary could eventually rise dramatically. So the question isn't really, why does Kelsey Mitchell make more than Caitlin Clark? The better question is, how long will that remain true? Because Clark's value extends far beyond her WNBA paycheck. Her popularity has transformed television audiences, merchandise sales, ticket demand, and the overall attention surrounding the league. But her WNBA contract doesn't immediately reflect all of that. Mitchell, on the other hand, is being paid according to a different part of the system: veteran experience, performance, and eligibility for the league's new maximum salary. And there's another important detail. The Fever are making a major financial commitment to keep their core together. Mitchell is at $1.4 million. Aaliyah Boston is at $1 million in 2026 after becoming eligible for a major extension under the new CBA. Clark is at $528,846. Together, those 3 players account for nearly half of Indiana's $7 million salary cap. That's a massive investment. But it also tells you exactly what Indiana believes its future looks like. Clark is the superstar who can change the sport. Mitchell is the veteran scorer who has already proven she can carry an offense. And Boston gives them another elite young cornerstone. For the Fever, this isn't simply about salaries. It's about building a championship window. Kelsey Mitchell's $1.4 million contract proves just how dramatically WNBA salaries are changing. Caitlin Clark's $528,846 salary shows how the league's new financial system is still catching up with the enormous commercial value of its biggest young stars. And eventually, that gap could disappear, maybe sooner than people expect. Because Caitlin Clark isn't going to remain on a rookie-scale contract forever. When she becomes eligible for a maximum deal, the financial conversation could look completely different. For now, though, Kelsey Mitchell has the bigger WNBA paycheck. $1.4 million versus $528,846. A difference of roughly $871,000. And ironically, both numbers tell the same story. The WNBA is entering a new financial era, one where veteran stars can finally command seven-figure salaries, while young superstars like Caitlin Clark are waiting for the contract system to catch up with their value. So what do you think? Should Caitlin Clark already be earning closer to Kelsey Mitchell's salary? Or is the current system fair? Let us know in the comments, because the next few years could completely change the answer.